Celebration of hitting 100 followers and 1,000 views on my saw sharpening video, I decided I'm going to show you this carpenter's tool chest that I got at an auction a few weeks ago and then never had the time to look at until now. So I pulled all the stuff out, and the reason I got it was because, one, it's a cool box. I mean, it's a beat up box, but I just wanted to investigate it because I'm trying to build my own tool chest eventually. So I'm just kind of like looking at how this all works. But I got it because of these saws, and they're panel saws that fit in the panel of this little bit right here. So they just kind of slide in. And I was looking at these, and this one is a thumb hole saw, which is just awesome. The horn's missing, but I mean, I can fix that. Not well, but I can fix it. But I mean, this is just cool. And then when you look at it real close, it's really hard to see because there's so much grit and crap on it. But if you look at it real close, you can see a little bit of the writing of the etch on a distance saw. It's the stuff that says, like, oh man, it's so hard to see. But basically you can tell that this was a distance saw. Can't tell which one at all. But it's panel sized. And this guy, man, look at that. That's sharp tip. Basically, whoever owned this chest before used his saws as much as he could, right? So that's this saw is on its last legs. You can't file that anymore. There's nowhere to go. And then this one is also a distance saw in the same vein, right? You can kind of see the etch a little bit. So the etch starts here, but there's definitely more to it. And again, saw filed it to the edge of its life. Now, this one has a little bit more life to it and is a little bit more complete. Still has the wheat carving on there. Once I clean this up, I can see what that medallion looks like, but it is a distant medallion. This one is a Spear and Jackson, which is neat. Big hefty guy. Beautiful handle. This one is in better shape, mostly because it, you know, it's a back saw, doesn't get used nearly as much as these panel saws would. Some extra blades for a job saw, or keyhole saw, job saw, that the handle was not in there. Some chisels, big and small in, and a small mortise chisel. They're all sockets. One of the guy's saw files. Here's the rest of his saw files. What looks to be potentially a homemade marking gauge. It's got the graduations on it. Once you can kind of see it in the dirt. There's some muck in there, but you can see it's got the little like inch ruler stuff on there. Roll of tape. Lots of rules. Drill. There's, if I do this, it pops out the bits. That's just cool. And then a bunch more Yankee style drill bits in these drill bit holders. Don't know exactly what this is, but it's for flooring, I think. Very basic coping saw. Bunch of blades that he put stuff in. Cold chisel, pencil, glass cutter, hatchet, bastion hatchet. I am blanking on what this is called, but it's basically a roofing hatchet. Little horsehair brush, basic hammer. But yeah, like some of these tools even still have the guy's initials on it. I know it's on the hammer. There's a bit of a brand, but it's not the initials of that I was looking for. Anyway, and then, oh, this is just cool to show you. go. Popped it open, had to use 2 hands. But yeah, this is an oil in a can. And it's still oily. So, I mean, look at that. That's just neat. So, Paul Seller's oil in a can, but vintage. Alright, so that's what all is in that tool chest. Super cool stuff. I'm probably just going to keep the saws, maybe some of the other stuff, just because they're kind of cool. But yeah, you'll probably see most of these things on Kai-Hi, because I need to buy myself a new camera as I run out of space on this right now. Alright, see you around.